Hey y'all, happy Friday. Welcome to another What Else is Going On, aka We Go Podcast YouTube video. I'm your girl, your host, Taria. I hope y'all are having a good Friday. I hope that y'all are able to spend your Easter the way you want to spend it. I'm excited because my parents are coming and I always look forward to seeing them, and they're going to spend the night until Monday. And then my middle brother, I'm the oldest, my middle brother will probably come up. And then I leave Thursday to go to New Orleans. Me, my middle brother, and the hubby are flying out to see my younger brother and his wife and my new nephew. I know I told y'all that before, but I'm really excited to go. So there's a couple things I wanted to get into with y'all. So I'm gonna do like two quick short videos. I'm mostly breaking it up that way. It's not really one long video, which I know for me, I when I watch content, I like the videos being long, but everybody's not like that. But also because I won't be able to fit everything in the heading they only give you 100 characters, so I can't always put everything. So let's get into the first story. First up, my auntie, y'all. My auntie. Mind you, that what I'm about to read y'all is coming from Reality Blurb. This is my auntie. RHOP star Karen Huger is denied work release amid 1 year jail sentence. Find out when she's due to be released. After becoming eligible for a transfer to a facility aimed at rehabilitation and treatment, the 61-year-old Real Housewives of Potomac cast member submitted an application that corrections officials approved, but Judge Terrence McGann, 75, denied. Now, Judge Terrence is the one that I believe was her judge in her sentencing. And I told y'all, because I was in the room, that he was not playing with her. I'm sure y'all by now have heard the his sentencing be released online. When I tell y'all he was not playing with her, he was not playing. And I always go back to prosecution was asking for 60 days. He could have given her 60 days, knowing that she may be out a little sooner. He gave her 2 years, one suspended, probably knowing she'd probably have to do at least 6 months. He was not playing with her. So, oh, listen to this. So, okay, the cast member submitted an application to the which the corrections officials approved, but Judge Terrence McGann denied. She drew the wrong judge. She drew the wrong judge. Montgomery County defense attorney David Moyce told the Washington Post on April 18th it was just horrible luck. Or maybe he feels like she shouldn't be able to get out right now and work. Listen to that again. She became eligible for transfer to a facility aimed at rehabilitation and treatment. But then she submitted an but then when she submitted the application for work release, and I'm guessing work release meaning filming on the show, the judge denied it. The corrections officials approved it, and the attorney said she drew the wrong judge. While work release is generally approved for non-problematic inmates, Judge McGann is known for his tough sentences and issued a disapproval of transfer to Karen. I love Judge McMahon, and as a resident of Montgomery County, I'm happy he's a judge. This is what that attorney who said she drew the wrong judge said. But I'm even happier if my clients never end up in front of him. According to Karen's attorney, David Martella, oh, this is a different attorney, treatment programs are available to Karen in jail, but a transfer to the Montgomery County Pre-Release Center would have allowed her more access to getting help. It's a great program. We were disappointed she wasn't approved. If Karen had been transferred, she would have been able to use the computer to find a job nearby, as long as there was no alcohol being served and nothing was being recorded. Oh, well. This would, of course, mean that filming RHOP season 10 would not have been an option. She would have also been put on a strict schedule and required to attend Alcoholics Anonymous or Narcotics Anonymous meetings and other classes. Anyone who is really looking to make a change will do well here. Ivan Dowling, head of community corrections for the county, shared. As RHOP fans will recall, Giselle Bryant revealed at the season 9 reunion that Karen had allegedly been offered a plea deal that would have sentenced her to house arrest. That was incorrect, though. That was found to be incorrect. She wasn't offered house arrest. She was offered 6 months. Um, Although some might consider the judge's denial of Karen's request to be unreasonable, that isn't the case when it comes to repeat drunk driving offenders. Just looking at all the facts of this case, said Stacey D. Stewart, chief executive of Mothers Against Drunk Driving, I think the judge was trying to send a message that this person's behavior needed to change. I think so too. I told y'all. Although Karen won't be transferred and will be unable to work amid her sentence, she will continue to accumulate good behavior credits and is expected to be released from jail in November. Now, I'm going to say this. Shout out to my girl. She's been on the channel, Millie Chun. I've done a live with her. That's my girl. She talked about, she had got the information back a while ago that Karen was scheduled to be released in November. And it's interesting that this news is coming out today about Karen being denied work release, because Millie Chun did talk about Karen yesterday. So she has a I'm gonna say that she has a reliable source, and I'll just leave it at that. I know that she has a reliable source. Remember, a couple weeks ago, the story came out that Karen was allegedly terrified in jail. Millie Chun, she said it on her channel last night, and she read it again today on one of her videos, that Karen is doing fine in there. She's not scared, terrified, as they say. She is actually doing pretty well in jail. I think about Karen, like randomly, like I'll be like, Karen is really in jail. When she comes out, is she gonna be uh, and if she gets back on the Housewives, which we know Bravo is going to welcome her back, is she going to be acting as if, I've been to jail. Ain't nothing you can do to me. I'm as tough as steel. I'm my own soldier. I soldiered up for myself. Ain't nothing these girls can say to me. Ain't nothing these batches. Remember, she had said batches for a season. Ain't nothing these batches can say to me, because I've done time. Like, you know how Karen will manage to somehow come out like this. She'll try to come out this damsel that's also very strong. You know what I mean? Life has thrown things at me, even jail, and I've overcome. And it's like, well, I mean, the consequences of your actions put you there. But, can't y'all see Karen doing that? But I do hope Karen is doing well. Again, I do trust Millie Chun's source, that Karen as well. But she was denied that work release, but she will be out in November, they say. If she keeps accumulating good credits, she's expected to be released in November. So she went in February 26th, right? So February to March, March to April, April to May, May to June, June, July, July to August. I just sat and counted on my fingers for y'all when I could have easily just did the math. But so what? That'll be 9 months that she'll have been in. Now, when the judge said what her conditions of probation were, I don't remember him saying anything about not being able to be around, like have a job that's around alcohol. I guess with this treatment center, that would have to be a thing. So that does make sense. But I guess once you're out, even though you're on probation, you can be around it as long as you're not partaking in driving. So I guess we'll see. Shout out to Auntie Karen. Meredith Marks. Again, this is all from Reality Blurb. Y'all, what is going on with Meredith? Like, let's get into it. Hold on. Meredith Marks has allegedly been suspended from filming the 6th season of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City after a huge fight with Brittany Bateman. Now, look, don't piss me off. Did Meredith get suspended because of Brittany? Don't piss. Because, like, I liked Brittany in her role as friend. Let me not say I liked Brittany. Brittany did a good job to me in her role as friend. She contributed something. I'll say that. As one insider shared details about a feud Meredith was involved in with Heather Gay, Whitney Rose. Wait a minute. Hold on. We got to go back. As one insider shared details about a feud Meredith was involved in with Heather Gay, Whitney Rose, and Angie Katsanavas due to claims they made about her husband, Seth Marks. Another source shared that Meredith had been reportedly suspended from production Allegedly, Meredith got suspended for flipping out on Brittany after a huge fight. Oh, child. Oh, calling her an anti-Semite and a pedophile. Eli's mouthing off shared on X on April 16th following the cash trip to Barbados. So allegedly, she told Brittany she was an anti-Semite and a pedophile. Again, that's what Eli's mouthing off shared on Twitter. Did I say X? I did not mean to say that. So it says, look, Housewives is going to get boring if we keep suspending the ones bringing entertainment. First it was Kenya Moore, now Meredith. We need to protect Meredith, the fan page added. Oh, child. Meanwhile, in a separate report shared on Instagram, someone else spoke of Meredith's feud with Heather, Whitney, and Angie, and they suggested it may have been Meredith's decision to pull out of filming. So Meredith is pissed. Bravo Snark side, oh, excuse me, y'all, posted something on their story. So Meredith is pissed. TBD if she truly quits filming. Angie, Heather, and Whitney are a-holes. They're bringing up the whole Seth has a mistress rumor on camera, and she had a big issue with Brittany as well. It's going down. Ciao. What's going on over there to Salt Lake City? Is something in the water? Is something in the well? They're not allowed to drink stuff with caffeine, so they probably all tired, hungry, and pissed off, and everything's just coming out. Y'all remember they said Brahman arrived late, potentially due to the drama surrounding claims of identity theft and grand theft. Y'all, and they're going on below deck. What is it? Down under the sea, something below deck, under the sea, over the sea with Ariel something. I say my daughter, her name is Ariel, but I spell it like Ariel. But I always like to tell people, my daughter had her name based off of my cousin, whose name is Ariel, who's over 40, long before the mermaid came out. But are they under the sea? Or the cast is going under the sea, right? With below deck. What's in the air? Like I said, they can't have caffeine, so they tired, they hungry, because they not eating probably. And yeah, they just letting it all out. This or are they drumming up all of this so they can continue to ride the high from last season because last season was so good? I guess we'll see. I wonder when Salt Lake is due to come out. When did we get it last year? Like towards the end of the year? I don't remember, but we'll see. Last thing, Garcelle. Fancy, for those of us that know. Garcelle Bouvet has seemingly confirmed her rumored falling out with Sutton Strack by unfollowing her former castmate on Instagram. We know in the real world that might not be a big thing, but then again, some people, it is if you're following someone and then all of a sudden you are not. But we know in the reality world it is a thing. After Sutton failed to have her back at the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion, which saw a storm off from Garcelle, who later quit the show completely, screenshots have confirmed that Garcelle unfollowed Sutton and a number of others, and that she is currently following just two of her ex-co-stars. And search for Sutton's account on Garcelle's list of those she's following. Only 3 pages are found, and none of them are Sutton's personal account. Although Garcelle is still following the Sutton Concept and the Sutton Concept events, she is not following Sutton herself. As for the rest of the RHOBH cast, Garcelle is not following Kyle, Dorit, Erica, or Bose. However, she does still follow the series friends, Kathy and Jennifer. I believe that Garcelle and Kathy are friends in real life. I've heard from people that know them that they're actually friends. That's what I've heard. It could be, they could have been lying, child, but that's what I heard, that they're friends in real life. And I guess Garcelle is made friends with Jennifer. Either that or she feels like Jennifer didn't do anything to her, so she didn't unfollow her, because we know Sutton is good friends with Jennifer Tilly. Y'all, it's going to be something else if Sutton goes back this season. Will they bump Tilly up to full time? And will she even want to be full time? Will they make Kathy full time? Yo, I know I still have to do the Beverly Hills reunion, but when Kathy was cracking up laughing when Kyle was trying to talk, after a while, I was like, oh my, like, did y'all see that? What is going on with Kathy? I mean, she was like laughing. Child. Anyway, Garcelle's unfollowing of Sutton comes just as she shared a very telling message on her Instagram page about claims of having changed. Who put that on the Instagram? Oh, okay. Garcelle shared a message. Give me 1 second. Uh, she put, you changed. Oh, somebody said you changed. And she said, no, let me see it just to read it to y'all. So, Garcelle, did y'all see this? I'm going to show y'all. I'm sure you probably have, but I didn't see it. So Garcelle posted, you changed. No, I healed, I learned, I grew, I set boundaries, I stopped settling, I put myself first. So I guess people were saying that Garcelle's changed, and she's like, no, it's not it at all. I like that message, Garcelle. So it says, give me 1 second, let's go back to what we were talking about. Give me a second. What is going on? Okay. Garcelle's unfollowing of Sutton comes just as she had shared a very telling message, which is what we just read. Although Garcelle hasn't spoken out against Sutton, an insider earlier this month claimed she hadn't spoken to the cast and felt let down by Sutton. Garcelle hasn't spoken to any of the cast much since leaving. An insider tells the U.S. Sun she felt she deserved a lot better from those ladies, and her walking away is in large part due to how she was treated by them. She is done. She doesn't talk to any of them. Even Sutton wasn't as real of a friendship as she thought it was. She's let down. Garcelle was genuine. She was in it. That wasn't reciprocated. The last reunion and some things that happened since were a wake up call for her. What happened since? Garcelle, come on up to the front. Let's have a conversation. We could talk about it. I'll talk about it with you. Let's talk about it. Garcelle used to have a podcast in bed with Garcelle. It was good. I don't think she does it anymore. I don't think she does. But Sutton. Wonder what that's going to be like. It's a shame because I will tell you this. If I was Garcelle, even if Sutton came back with a truly heartfelt apology, I think I might would have still handle her, as my grandma would say, with a long handled spoon, because it's easy for Sutton to be like, I'm all in for you, Garcelle. I'm sorry. I realize my shortcomings, because she doesn't have to be on a show with her and possibly have her back when it comes to other ladies who she really wants to be friends with. So it's easier now that she's not in the same work environment. So I don't know if I would trust the Southern Belle full of Southern comfort. I don't know if I would trust her. That's my name for Sutton. She's a Southern Belle, and she's probably always full of Southern comfort or something like it. But I would have a really hard time trusting her genuineness if she even tried to come back and make amends with Garcelle. The way at the end of that reunion, when Sutton was like, I don't know why first of all, the fact that she didn't go after her. Second, you just up there with the other girls. You just want to be accepted so bad. And the nerve of Dorit, to now. Don't get me wrong. There were certain parts of the reunion that I agreed with Dorit, but this right here, that's so unprofessional. And I tweeted and said, did she say Kyle was unprofessional when she stormed off of set when they were working? When Sutton has stormed off of filming when they were working? And somebody brought up a good point when Kyle didn't want to take the cast photo last year at the reunion. Was that unprofessional? But Garcelle was unprofessional when you didn't call out the rest of the people. Girl, I'm going to save that for my review. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. There are some people that are glad Garcelle's gone. And look, I get that too, because I didn't always agree with everything that Garcelle said and did. I just, I just felt like sometimes it was an uneven playing field when it came to Garcelle. People held her to a different standard than they did the other housewives. But other than that, like I said, I wasn't always championing everything she said, but I can see why some people are like, I'm okay with her leaving. So one of y'all said that in the comments before, and I meant to respond back and was like, I get it. I can totally, understand that. But would any of y'all had liked to see Garcelle come back and kind of go toe to toe? For me, I just wouldn't, because nobody, like, We know Sutton wouldn't have her back. So unless she was able to bring her friend on, Cherie would have been good if Cherie would have been good. If you know what I mean, when she brought Cherie on a couple seasons ago. I wonder how Ali Landry would have done. Didn't, because you know, Ali, I always think of Dorito girl, Ali Landry, who used to be married to Mario Lopez, but then on their honeymoon, he cheated. Weren't they married for like 6 weeks? I think she tested, I think, but she didn't get picked. I wonder how she would have been. I don't know. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about all of this, or do you think Garcelle's overreacting? Y'all let me know what y'all think about Meredith. You can leave. Is that what production told her? What if they played it on their phone and was like, Meredith, can we talk to you? So, and they hit the button. And then her voice is telling her to leave. The way that would probably send her into orbit, I might would be here for it a little bit. I like Meredith, but I might would be here for it a little bit. And y'all let me know what y'all think about Miss Karen, Auntie Karen. Do y'all think about Karen sometimes and be like, I wonder what she's doing when she's eating? Does she play spades in there? Does she play Uno? What are the rules of their Uno game in there? Because you know every rules are different. What are their rules in spades? Because you know spades is different. For y'all black folks in the chat, do y'all know how to play spades or you don't? I don't know why it's like people look at a black person who can't play spades like a unicorn. When I haven't played in a while, but y'all, I learned to play at like 11. Had to be my dad's partner, and when I tell you my dad is the type he don't lose, it was like, but I haven't played for years. But let me know if y'all play spades or not. And the family function, or do any of y'all play tonk? My girlfriend, her family plays tonk. But anyway, I'm just thinking about summer and the cookouts. I'm ready. I didn't go to a lot of cookouts last year. I'm ready to go to some cookouts this summer. All right, y'all. I will be back with another video on something else. Talk to y'all later. See ya. Drink some water today, at least a bottle, y'all. No, y'all are grown. 2 bottles. See ya.